Hello everyone, welcome back to Not the Workshop. So in this video we're going to talk a little bit about change and how it is both a good thing and sometimes it's a bad thing, but it's always a necessity. So as you can see, I am not at the workshop right now. In fact, I'm just a few miles down the road at a lighthouse that we have in our little small town of Harrisville. Anyways, so I figured this was a great place because this is to talk about change, because this is one of the first few places or key features that we kind of fell in love with to move all the way from Dayton, Ohio up to northern Michigan, if you will. And it was one of the selling points, one of many, but it was also more than just a selling point. It was one of those things that helped us get over that fear, that internal struggle of what we were doing was the right thing or not. And that is a very difficult thing to come and overcome if you're on the precipice of change in your own life. But it's very important at those points where you have these little inflection points. There's just these little deflection points in your life where you maybe came to a spot that you thought the door should be open to you, but it was actually closed instead, and now you got to turn and go another way. This is a perfect example of that, is that there was a point in my business and doing blacksmithing where I definitely hit this wall. It was this barrier, okay? I needed a lot more space and I needed to change something up. I just couldn't keep living at the place that I had lived for over a decade. Now that's really difficult. It's even harder once you've lived someplace to what I've never lived any place real long. In fact, that was the longest place I ever lived at, was my previous home for a decade in my entire life total. So, but for longer time, say if you've been somewhere 30 years, now you're having to make a change because of life constraints or something like that, or maybe it's your business itself. It can be very, very scary and very, very, just terrifying. But the point that I'm trying to make is, just like the lighthouse, let me move it here in the background, just like the lighthouse was just one of those little beacons of hope for us in our life about like, hey, you know what, I think this might be the right thing. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's cool. It's got this, or it's got that amenity, or this town's like really isolated, which I get, I totally dig being a blacksmith. I would love if we were even further north, up in the UP. That would be beautiful. Would love that. But we picked a place and we decided to roll the dice and take a gamble and take a chance. And life is all about that. It's all about the change. It's all about taking gambles, making mistakes, taking risks. It really is all about that. That's what life is. Now, let me tie this back into blacksmithing, because I'm bound to have some detractors talking about the fact that, hey, this ain't a forging video. Surprise, it's not. This is one of them inspirational videos. Let me bring this all circle back to blacksmithing. A lot of times this is a good parallel to blacksmithing, because what we get stuck doing is what we identify with most a lot of times. So you may get known for a particular product that you are producing, like in business, and you get stuck to doing that product permanently. And it feels like there's no end, and because you wrap up your identity in it, and then it's hard to walk away from that product. If you're likewise, say you're doing it for a hobbyist, it's really easy to fall into that situation where you don't challenge yourself anymore. You don't try new things, hard things, stuff that's difficult that you're going to fail a lot at. And because it's easier to play it safe, it's easier to just do the things that you know and just stick with that for the next 30 years. Now, if that's you, that's okay. It's okay. If it's a hobby, there's nothing that says you have to have any growth in a hobby. But most people enjoy having growth in what they do and being known for, a certain amount of, becoming good at something, right? And being as much as we like to dismiss it and we like to be humble, we do appreciate the praise and admiration of our fellow blacksmiths. We really do on our work. It means a lot to us, and and I know for guys specifically, it gives us a lot of fulfillment. And so that's one of those things that'll push you into that safe comfort zone. So I hope I can challenge you today that if you're out there, if you're on the fence, you're wondering whether you should make a change in life, that you'll take this all in consideration, find your own little beacons of hope of what that change can mean to you, your business, your family, and take that leap of faith. It's very difficult to do so, but you will be glad you did. So that's it for today. God bless each and every last one of you. Thank you for watching this little emotional Roy rant for you. More of the sentimentality thing. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you know all that jazz everybody tells you. Subscribe, like, yada, yada, yada. I greatly appreciate it. We put out new videos every week. Anyways, that's it for today. God bless you. We'll catch you on the next one.